Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dynamic Leaders of Tomorrow, Leading Today. Our special guest tonight is Alex Moras, and we're going to learn more from Alex Moras right after he says hi to us. Say hi, Alex.
Hi, folks.
Okay, so we are going to kind of tool around for about a minute or so, just in case anybody's late getting here, because we want them to hear every word that you have to say, because you are a dynamic leader of tomorrow, leading today.
Mhm.
And take a couple minutes, and we'll just wait
Absolutely.
around here, see if anyone else is signing up, see if anyone else is coming on board. Just waiting to see right now. Okay. So let's get started. Alex, I believe that there's a purpose for everything. And I believe that the sophisticated of us, we have a purpose for everything and we look for the outcome that we want. So just curious, just question, when you decided that you would be interviewed by me today, this evening, what did you expect to happen? What is your outcome? What would you like to happen as a result of this talking with me for a few minutes? What would you like to happen?
Well, that's a very interesting question. It's always a tremendous opportunity to come live and share message with people. So I expect to help people. I expect to share useful information that will help other people. Yes.
Okay, so Alex, how does actual information figure into people's motivation? Is information enough? Is it like all I needed to know was what to do next, or all I needed to know was this, that, or the other thing? How critical is information to people's success?
We definitely need the recipe in order to make a food. But even if we have the recipe and but if we do not have the ingredient, so how are we going to make the food, right? So it's the same idea with information. A lot of people are receiving information, but information itself doesn't really work if you don't put in practice what you learn, what you hear about. So it's the same idea if I go on YouTube and search how to be motivation about students, motivation for students, motivation for men, motivation for whatever. you know we basically need the information, but we definitely need to practice it. We definitely need to immerse the information inside of ourselves.
Now, that's an interesting response, and I appreciate that response. Let's contrast some of the differences between you and me and 2022 and 1973. I know 1973 seemed like a centuries ago, but you see, when I was 21 years old, I was active duty military. I had flunked out of two colleges and I was in the military living overseas, and I was trying to figure out how to roll the perfect joint. I don't know if you know what a joint is, but there's this thing called marijuana, and it was a lot more popular in '73 than it is now. So, how is I mean, at your age 21, one of the things that attracted me to have a conversation with you was the way that you spoke and the things that you thought were important. How is it that when I was 21, I didn't think those things were important, or I didn't get to understand how important they were? And now here you are at the tender age of 21. Tell us a little about the course of your life. How is it that you got to be so in tune to motivation, so in tune to helping people help themselves? Talk about that.
Before I answer that question, can I ask a question to you first?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Well, how was your childhood?
My childhood was a struggle. My parents were very strict. And if they didn't tell me to do it, I didn't do it. And if they told me not to do it, I didn't do it either. So my parents raised me under strict control. In the period of time that I grew up, economics was a big deal, and they were focused on how to make sure that they never found themselves with not enough money to look after their children. So the little mistakes that other children made as they were growing up, I ain't make those mistakes, because if the
Mhm.
mistakes costed us money, then there was an ironclad rule: Victor, don't you do that. Does that answer the question?
Yes, absolutely. That answers my question. Well, it's quite essential, like for me, that we've got to understand where we come from, what kind of childhood we've had, what kind of parents we had, what kind of education we've been through. And I've been told all the time, when I was 14 years old, I've been told, you are a failure. You will not grow as a person. You will not be successful. You will just be this boy playing on the street. You will not do anything in life that is important. And one thing that is very, for me, very crucial, very important, is to have our mentors. They will guide us. They will give us amazing information about how we can recover, how we can wake up. And back in 2020, when I was just turning 19 years old, I did it. And some people were looking at me and they thought, well, he is not a failure. He's going to be successful. He is now learning English. So it's all about how we deal with, how we see the things that are happening. And we should never live our life the way that the people label us. If they label us as a failure, are we gonna live like that? Is it something that it's going to happen and there is no way around? There is no way to move or to change? Yes.
So someone told you you were going to be nothing and you didn't believe it. How come
That
how come you didn't believe it?
well,
I mean, I believed everything my parents told me. How come you didn't believe when they told you it was gonna be nothing?
that's a powerful question. Every person, I believe that our parents and every person around us, they cannot tell who we are going to be. We are the only ones, we are the only ones that decide who we are going to become in life. Nobody can ever tell us, hey, you are going to be this, you're going to be that. It's not about magic. It's about how we control our thoughts, our minds. And if we put in practice, we're gonna change. If you think that you're gonna be a failure and you want it, that's what's gonna happen to you. If you think you're gonna be successful, you're gonna be the best person in your field. If you think that you're going to learn another language like Spanish, Portuguese, English, you will learn. You just have to put in practice and work hard.
So you speak English very, very well, and that was one of the things that attracted me to you. What what gives you the impetus to try to learn English, and why English as opposed to a different language?
Society has told us that English is quite important if you want to learn more things. Because, like, I study at university, and almost every information. comes come from English. You know, every kind of article, books come from English. They were written first maybe in Greek, Latin, and they were translated into English after. So English is like our I think we call lingua franca or something like that. Yes.
Now, you have said that you want to help people, right?
Mm-hmm. That
And
yes,
and I understand that typically when we want to help people, we can help the people that may have had a struggle similar to ours. So, in order for you to help people, you have to have some idea of what you think people need. Is that right?
absolutely.
Okay. So, tell me in your own words, what is it that you think in general people need?
People need to believe in themselves.
They
You know,
do.
we meet
They do. Why?
how
Why
that
do? Why do they need to believe in themselves?
it's you know, I've we are always receiving labels,
Yeah.
and and like I can give you an example. When I was in 19 years old, I wanted to join in the Maxwell Leadership Team. It's an organization in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't have much money at the time. It was quite it was quite expensive to join, and but I was like, wow, how am I going to join in this team? It's been my dream to become a part of it. But when you believe in yourself that you can do anything in life, that you can really do anything that you want, if you want to achieve something, if you put it in your mind, if you imagine, you will definitely get it. And as you asked, what do people need? They need to believe in themselves. Like I have my aunt, she just got graduated in physiotherapy. I think that's the word in English.
Mm-hmm.
And she told herself, I've thought several times of giving up. I wanted to give up. But now when I look at the past, everything that happened is now a, is now something that is making me better, is making me grow.
Okay. In your quest to make people better, you'd have to choose some sort of vehicle. Have you given any
Yes.
thought to the vehicle that you would use to help people get better, help people believe in themselves? What vehicle?
Yes. Uh, I I decided to help people practice English with native speakers back in 2020 and 2021. I still help them.
Mm-hmm.
I I had an organization called Alex Foundation. It was my very first organization online, and there were in that organization several people who could not afford English conversation online with teachers. As I was making friends on social media with people who speak English, like from the United States, Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom, I invited a few of them to come to the Zoom meetings to help those people.
Mm-hmm.
And those people told me, hey man, I've never spoken to an American. I've never spoken to someone from Australia and stuff like that. That was my vehicle to help people practice their English. And some of those people told me, hey, I've never thought of speaking with an American because I don't know if I would be able to travel to the United States
Mm-hmm.
or pay an English course. So I decided to do that. We've had more than wow, like more than 100 people in the meetings every week.
You lead a meeting every week where there's 100 people.
No, not 100 people in the same meeting, but throughout the week.
Okay, okay. So you meet several times during the week,
Yes, yes,
and are all these times scheduled?
yes,
Hmm. You all speak English at these meetings.
yes.
Now, does it matter what their first language is?
No, it doesn't. It didn't really matter at the time. If they were from Pakistan, we had so many friends from Pakistan and from Japan, China, and Brazil as well.
Well, that's all very interesting. However, once you get past the initial fear of speaking English, I suppose there needs to be some sort of a structure in place to keep people interested because, as people get to one level, they want to go to the next level, to the next level.
Yes.
What structure do you have in place to make that happen?
Well, uh, I've always believed that if you want to learn faster, you've got to teach what you've just learned. So
Mm-hmm.
as I was learning a few words, even though my pronunciation wasn't that good, like I was learning new words, I was learning new vocabulary phrases, and I was always using uh, Google. Whenever I didn't know how to say a word, I would search on Google how to say this word, and we would watch a video together and repeat.
Mm-hmm.
So, so basically, you don't have to be a master. I believe in it. You don't have to be a master in order to share your message.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be a master in order to share your message. You don't need to have doctorate. You don't need to have an MBA in order to share your message. Every person who lives in this planet, they are more than capable to share a message that will impact someone's life.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. Now, do you read English written books?
Yes, I can show you an example. Yes, this book is called Presence.
What's it about? Tell me about it.
Okay. If you look at the cover, presence is all about being in the present moment,
Mm-hmm.
and how you move your body. How you move your body. Like, are we going to sit like someone like that? Or are we
Mm-hmm.
going to sit like a Superman
Mm-hmm.
or super Wonder Woman?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So basically it's all about that, about being present.
Mm-hmm.
It's about overcoming your fears and really go there. Don't be afraid of facing the struggles in life.
Mm-hmm.
Be like a Superman, a Superwoman, Wonder Woman. Yes.
Alex, we're getting to the end of our 20-minute session here, but I'd like to know something. Can you share with our viewers a struggle that you had that you have overcome? And I know this is going to require you to be pretty transparent, but be as vivid as you can and tell us about a struggle that you've overcome. Because the people that's watching, the people that's listening, some of them may want to connect with you. They may think that you can do something for them. And I think it would do a lot for them to know that you had overcome a struggle, and it'd also be a lot for them to know that you don't mind being transparent with your struggle. So tell us about a struggle that you have had and what you did to overcome it and how well you overcame it.
Right. Yes. Uh, I was born in a very simple family, and with my sister, my brother and my mother. But one struggle that I've overcome is not having a father with me to guide me, to support me, to believe in me. My mother was my mother and my father at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And so many young people, they struggle when they don't have their fathers with them in order to guide them.
Mm-hmm.
So I got, since when I understood, when I was like 15, 16 years old, I began getting depressed and really, really sad. Where is my father? What is my father? Where is he? Will he come here and help me on Children's Day, on my birthday? Like I just had my birthday. My father didn't say anything for me. But I understand that even if he is not here paying attention to me, even if he doesn't care about me, I have someone like Victor. I have someone like Paul Williams. I have someone like Michael Pope. I have someone like Scott. I have someone like Travs. They are all great, great fathers, and they've helped me a lot. I want to tell every person who doesn't have a mother, who doesn't have a father, or who feels alone in this world, you do matter. And you definitely have so many people around you that love you. They love you a lot. If they care about you. And I can give you guys so many examples. I, I've I've received a lot of experience. I've received knowledge. I've received so many great things because of my fathers who are also my mentors. You don't need to have a biological father with you, but you do need someone who is willing to love you, support you, and guide you in every step of the way.
Well, thank you very much, Alex Moras. We appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. I'd like to do this again sometime and maybe take it to the next phase. We need to take it to the next phase in our journey. But I'd like to speak into your life, and before we get off the air, I want to ask you: have you heard of an organization called Toastmasters?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I've been there
And
once.
as it turns out, Toastmasters is an excellent organization to walk you through the journey I think that you're taking. Because if you want to help people, you have to have the appearance that you can help them. You certainly have to have the leadership skills and the communication skills. So, would you be open to a conversation about that offline?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, that would be fantastic. But for now, we've done our show, and I thank you so much for coming. But tell people how to get in contact with you if they want to reach out to you, please.
Definitely. If you want to reach out to me, you can go on Facebook. You can write Yuri Alex Motor, Yuri, and you can see my name on this screen, Alex Motor, Yuri Alex Motor, or yes, just on Facebook for now.
Okay, Alex, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us. And stay around after the show. After we stop the stream, I want to say a couple of words to you.
Okay.
And thanks again. Thank you, one and
Thank
all, for watching. And we hope that you can join us for the next episode of Dynamic Leaders of Tomorrow, Leading Today. Bye now.
Bye.